Hey loves, it's Britt, and in this video I'm going to talk about the trine or the sextile between the Sun and Neptune in Synastry. I'm starting the Sun-Neptune aspect series in Synastry. Let's start with the nice aspects, the trine and sextile, where you really get all of the good out of the conjunction without some of the more damaging effects that Neptune can have. So this aspect is a good indication of good karma in Synastry. There is a real telepathic link, a very spiritual energy coming through in this relationship. The Sun person can be really inspired by the Neptune person. There can be a lot of enjoyment in artistic pursuits, music, creativity is really enhanced. And there can also be kind of an ethereal but physical aspect of this aspect. um, it's not really physical in the sexual sense, but the Neptune person can really feel like the Sun person's body is something they want to merge with, or something beautiful, or yeah, like they can really feel like the Sun person is like the dream, and then the Neptune person can also really feel like they are the dream for the Sun person as well. And the Sun person, like, it can go vice versa. Like, they can both really feel like they've found someone that is a living physical representation of their dream person. So it's a really nice contact because it can lead to some delusion. You can't really even have a Neptune trine or sextile without some delusion being possible. But in this case, it's usually going to work out more favorably with less hurt feelings. But you have to look at everything, because you could have other things going on with Neptune that show that there's more difficult stuff going on. But this generally is a really nice, soothing, sweet telepathic link. You can really feel comfortable and soothed in this person's presence. There's really like a gentleness that comes through. So like if the Sun is usually more egotistical or dominating, the Neptune person activates in them a more kind of toned down version of their ego, like, but not in a negative sense where they don't know who they are anymore around the Neptune person, but they just don't have as much of that egotism. They can be more selfless. So we can see people, that have more narcissistic tendencies getting involved in a relationship with this trine and becoming a lot more giving and a lot more generous, and it really does activate our compassionate instincts for someone. Like, it's really, really hard to not get along with someone when you have the Sun in trine or sextile to Neptune. The trine is more powerful. The sextile, you're going to notice more with some work, like the sextile is maybe in a sense stronger, but it takes a little bit more effort. The trine is more inborn, and it's just naturally happening. There's a real easy flow, and you really, you just feel like your egos are able to balance. Like, you're not fighting to have airtime, like with this person. Like, you're not needing to, like, assert your dominance on them. There's a very comfortable flow of energy here where you allow each other to individually express your egos in a more subtle, heightened spiritual way. So it can really bring out some beautiful qualities in both people. And there can definitely be subtle feelings of this is the one, or this is it, or this is, like I said, the dream. And you have to look at everything else to see if that's actually true, because you could still be in a Neptunian fog with this one. You never really know how Neptune is going to work, but usually with the trine or sextile, it does mean that we are seeing more accurately versus if we got the square or the inconjunct, where maybe we're really not seeing things clearly and we can actually be hurting each other's confidence down the line without realizing it. But with the trine, it's really like the Neptune person actually brings out an even better side of the sun person's sun. So while it does dissolve their ego a little bit and make them a little bit more compassionate, more Neptunian, it doesn't like destroy their sense of self or whatever. It actually enhances their sense of self and maybe brings out more like graciousness, like I said, and like generosity and compassion and beautiful soul qualities. So there really is an opportunity in this relationship for beautiful soul qualities to be expressed. You can really see it as a soulmate connection, a divine soul bond. And the closer that it is an orb, the more powerful that it's going to be. But there's just a really nice gentleness. Like you could have a lot of really difficult stuff going on, and if you have this aspect, it's kind of like a saving grace aspect, because there's just a lot of grace, there's a lot of gentleness, and you just really feel soothed in each other's presence. It's like just the right amount of alcohol, or I don't even drink, but I'm just trying to find a way to describe it. It's like just the right amount of that mind-altering substance of Neptune, right? And, in small doses, like in a nice trine or sextile, it really just adds a feeling of magic to a relationship. And you can really look at each other like you're seeing God in that person. And it does help you see each other in a more high light. So it's definitely a very favorable influence. There does tend to be agreement on like artistic things or musical, and there's a lot of enjoyment in Neptunian things. Maybe you're doing something spiritual together, maybe you're going to concerts together, or maybe you're in a band together. And the sun person's creativity is really enhanced through Neptune. Neptune is like the muse, and the Neptune person can really feel like the sun person is like a confident, strong, like assertive person, and really have a lot of respect for them and feel like there's someone worth their compassion. There's someone worth their heart and their love and the fantasy. Like they really, excuse me, they can really feel like in this relationship they're in like a fantasy world, but because it's the trine or the sextile, it doesn't negatively impact their lives to be in this fantasy world. It usually works out pretty well, and it's pretty nice. So yeah, I'd love to know your experience of this aspect. Was it like this? Was it not like this? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, keep your requests coming, you guys, and I'll get to them as fast as I can. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.